Yeah, what's happening, brothers and sisters? You on here again? Just speaking something real fast that it's something that I think is kind of crazy, man. And I'm speaking to the people, as far as our brothers and sisters who know who we are, the children of Israel. It's something real crazy that's going on, and our people don't have no understanding. This is concerning the children of Israel. Okay, if anybody read the Bible, Jacob, most I bless you, brother Quinal. If anybody read the Bible, Jacob is a black man. He had children with black women. And for some reason, you got brothers teaching that Jacob's seed is not all black. His seed is Hispanics and Native Indians and black, which makes no sense. When I never thought in my life that I have to explain that a black man and a Hispanic man and a Native Indian man is not the same people. I never thought I would ever in my life have to explain this. We are not the same seed of people. You know what I'm saying? We're not the same people. How in the world can you gonna sit there and convince me that a black man is the same as a Hispanic and Native Indian man? We're not the same people. The Most High chose us to be a special people. And what's real crazy is I talked to certain brothers, and one brother said from ISOC, he called himself Ozias, the leader. He said the reason, the validity of them having Hispanics and Native Indians in the organization is so they won't be considered as a racist campaign. This man said the reason they put them heathens in the mix so they won't be considered a racist campaign. These brothers don't have the fear of the Most High. We're not supposed to let these heathens in. That's why they talking the way they talk. So I just wanted to make this video to let it be known. A Chinese man can't turn into an Arab man. A bear can't turn into a hyena. And a black man can't turn to a Native Indian or Hispanic. We are different nations of people. We're not the same. And there's nothing wrong with the Most High choosing one nation of people to be his people. We got to stop this, man. This is madness going on. The Most High chose a strong delusion. This is strong delusion. If our people is trying to convince me and us that we the same people as Hispanics and Native Indians, in my family, I don't have no Hispanics and Native Indians for aunts and uncles and grandmothers. You can look at Native Indians and Hispanics, they don't have no black people in their family, but you want to convince me that we the same people. We brothers and sisters, right? And we don't even have the same people in our family tree. We don't have the same seed. But I'm supposed to believe that we the same people. And the reason I'm going so hard because this is promoting sin. When you trying to tell us, when you trying to tell black people, the true children of Israel, that we the same people as Native Americans and Hispanics, you promoting sin because you saying it's okay to sleep with these people when the Most High say, don't give your sons or daughters or yourselves take to these people. It's a sin. That's why I'm so hard on it, because that's promoting sin. And we don't supposed to do that. That's crazy that I have to try to explain to our people that we're not the same as a daggone Hispanic and Native Indian as black people. This is madness. And I'm glad our brothers and sisters who was in that madness is waking up and understanding that that's not true and speaking out boldly about it. I appreciate that. And more importantly, the Most High appreciate that. And he's happy that his children is returning back to him in truth and righteousness, man. This is crazy. But I just wanted to say that real quick. You got something to say, babe?
Yeah, I want to say about the languages. When we were scattered throughout the four corners in our enemies' lands, it was prophesied that with stammering lips and another tongue,
right,
will I speak to this people.
Right.
So we didn't turn to different people and are confused and say, hey, how can we look like we're different people? How can we look Hispanic? How can we look like a Native Indian? No, we just turned, we turned from our God. And then when he calls us repentance, he called us cakes not turned. They said, okay, these people don't want to turn.
Right.
So I'm going to give them over to a strange land and strange people, and they'll serve them. Wood and stone. And so what happened was they started speaking other languages.
That's it.
That's the only thing that changed with a black man, a black woman, and the children.
That's it.
Their languages.
The language.
We speak languages. We speak French, German, Portuguese, Spanish, English, Greek, Hebrew. We speak all languages. Every people that we're scattered amongst is the language that we're taking on.
Right.
And that's the only thing that changed with us.
That's it.
That's it. Is our languages. Our
language. Not the way we look. We didn't change our hair. We didn't change our features. Like my wife said, and what was prophesied, we changed the language. That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else, nothing more. How hard is that for everybody to get?
And that's why when you go to South America, Central America, and Mexico, where the majority speak Spanish, not to say that there's other languages and dialects, but that's the first language, Spanish. Black people speak Spanish out there.
Right.
And we need to be educated on that. It's not just Hispanics that speak Spanish out there. There's
our
black
people speak that.
Yes, that
right.
speak Spanish.
Our
too.
people speak that language too. Because guess what? It was prophesied that we'll be scattered in all nations. So every nation we in, we speak that language. That's why we speak Spanish out in them Spanish countries.
Yes.
Because them bastards is over us and we speak in their language.
Yes, and in Brazil we speak Portuguese. And when I say we're black folks.
Black people.
We have to say black people. You can say that's a byword to say so-called. But we know what we're talking about by saying black people.
Right, and see the reason we're not going to stop saying black people because that's the word that's everybody on this earth identify with who people are.
Yes.
When you say Chinese people, you don't say that's a bad word. Everybody knows a Chinese man. When you say Indian man, nobody says a bad word. When you say Caucasian man, you don't say a bad word. Because of black people, the only reason a lot of our brothers are saying that's a bad word is because they're trying to fit heathens in.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to stop using the word black. I know we the children of Israel. I know we Israelites. I know we Hebrew Israelites. But at the same time, only people that's called blacks, niggas, slaves, mayetes, whatever tongue you speak, we are the children of Israel. I'm not going to stop using that word. I'm not going to play no games with nobody.
And also, too, we shouldn't be going, what's a Roman?
Right.
What's a Ephesian? What's a Philippian?
Come on now.
What's a Mexican?
Right.
Well, Mexican is where Mexico is.
Right.
The reason why you're saying Mexican is because you are a citizen of Mexico.
That's it.
The reason
Simple.
why you're saying Puerto Rican is because you're a citizen of Puerto Rico. However, there's many people that are scattered in those lands or travel to those lands.
Yeah, it is.
So when you're dealing with nomad people or our people, you cannot just say Puerto Rican and then assume it's just Hispanic people there.
Right, you can't.
You got a lot of people there. You got people from East India that live in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, you do.
You do. So you can't just be ignorant to think it's just Hispanic people that live out there. Just like in America. Just like in Rome. There was many people who lived in those lands. Yep. It's not just one group of people.
Right.
So we have to educate ourselves to say it's not just Hispanic people and Indian people that live there. You got blacks, East Indians, and other cultures that have moved into those lands as well.
All of them different nations of people came there.
But we're all different.
We're not the same.
We're different seeds.
We're not the same seed.
Jacob has their own people.
Right.
Hispanic people have their own people.
Their own people. That's it.
Yes, it's simple.
It's real simple. But when you get taught lies of men, the Most High gonna choose your strong delusion. Because that's delusional to ever think that we are the same people as Hispanics and Indians. That's a delusion.
And the scriptures that they go to, I don't know why the enemy crept in to teach a speckled bird means we would become a nationality.
Right. That has
different
nothing.
nationalities of people.
Jeremiah was not talking about we'll be different nationalities of people.
There's plenty of scriptures that the prophets show that we would be scattered.
Right.
That is the prophecy showing that we would be among them.
That's it.
It didn't say that we become them. It said we'd be among them.
Among them. Just like Hosea. That is not talking about Puerto Rican. What they call a pancake flip. That's not talking about that. If you read it, you get the understanding. And, we just wanted to say something real briefly, man. Quinal said, what you think of the video of them people on the video I seen that video, bro. Them people are straight heathens, man. They savages, just like what's prophesied. That's all. That's what I think about them people. They sing and jump around the hoop and holler, beating drums, half naked. Them people are just heathens. That's what I think about the video.
Yeah, what I think is that they got their own culture to worship the host of heaven, and the Most High told Moses that he would divide all the people outside of Israel to worship the host of heaven and not him.
Exactly.
And that's what we see. So those videos that you're playing is heathens out there being heathens.
That's it.
They're doing what they do. They serve their false gods.
That's all.
They're not worshiping our God. They don't know the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Never know.
Because the Most High didn't show his word to them because they're not Jacob.
Right.
That's what we think.
That's what we think. And we're going to, you finished, babe?
Yeah.
We're going to close it out on this. What my wife said, this how we know that they heathens. Just like what my wife said, we're going to read a scripture to back that up. This is Deuteronomy 4:19. This is called the heathens of Deuteronomy 4:19. All the heathens. Okay, we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 15. It says, "Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire." Verse 16. "Lest ye corrupt yourselves." Let me say it again. "Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image," because that's what the heathens do, make a graven image, "the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female." Who's going around worshiping a fake Mary, which is a Caucasian, a fake image of Christ, which is Caucasian? Who's doing that? What people doing that? All these heathens is doing that.
Yeah, worshiping images.
Worshiping images, man. Verse 17. "The likeness of any beast that is on the earth," they doing that too. "The likeness of any winged fowl that flappeth in the air." Verse 18. "The likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth."
Mm-hmm. That's going into mythology.
All that.
All that mythology. They worshiping that. All that imagery through mythology.
Right. Verse 19. "And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun, and the moon, and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldst be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God have divided unto all nations under the whole heaven."
So that's what we think.
That's what we think about them videos, bro. That's what we think. Deuteronomy 4:19 to get to the bottom of it. That's what we think about them videos and them heathens chanting and doing what they do.
And you can find them doing that all under heaven.
All
Everywhere.
under heaven.
You'll see the heathen being heathens.
Right. That's how they are.
A heathen is nothing but someone who's ungodly, unfaithful, and
infidel,
and what
idolater,
yes,
idolatrous.
Yes.
That's what they are.
And they're faithless. They don't hear the Most High.
No, they don't.
They're not subject. They don't have a mind to serve our Father. They
don't.
walk in the vanity of their mind.
Yeah, they do.
Their heart is darkened.
Right.
They're alienated from the truth.
Yeah, they are. And the few heathens that you hear fake speaking righteous is because they was taught by our people, and it's phony. It's still fake. Their spirit is not like ours. They don't have the spirit of Jacob. They don't have the spirit of a true Hebrew Israelite. They don't.
And remember when the Assyrian came into Samaria and started putting their people in there, and then a beast started tearing them up because they didn't know the God, the manner of the land. So they had to get a priest, a Levite priest, to come in and teach them.
Right.
They didn't know our God, and
No,
they still don't.
They still don't. These heathens do not know the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All they do is learn from us and then try to steal what we was teaching them and try to make it as them people. They doing the same thing Edom did.
And bring their own images and their
own images. Oh, that's what they do.
Yeah,
that applies to all the heathens, everybody, not just Caucasians
and Hispanics.
Yeah, not just Caucasians, not just Hispanics,
Arabs,
not Indians, Arabs, Ethiopians, Hamites, all them peoples, East Indians,
Yes.
every nation of people that ain't black people, that's who this applies to, man.
Yeah. They were divided to worship
They got their false gods.
false gods.
Yeah.
All the nations' gods.
All the nations,
are
gods is idols. So, you know, we just want to say this, and with that being said, you know, we gonna put some lessons together, but there's certain things we just want to talk to have common sense about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
And we want to come out of the Apocrypha and the wisdom of Solomon.
Oh
In
yeah.
the chapter 14 and 15 to
Mm-hmm.
talk about the things that you've been showing, Quina,
Right.
in regards to those people's barbaric culture.
Oh yeah. It's written.
And it's barbaric is because anything that's outside of the Most High is estranged
Yeah, it is.
from truth and righteousness.
Yeah, it is.
It's ungodliness.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna bring that out, but this is something slight right now, and we're gonna holler at y'all brothers and sisters another time. Until then, peace, brothers and sisters. Number love to y'all.
Number love.